Hi everyone, this week's rule of the week is comma usage. One of the most frequent errors in writing is misuse of commas, so we're going to take a look at that this week and hopefully we'll learn a couple things. One thing that commas can do is separate elements in a series, and that's just a fancy way of saying items in a list. So in the sentence, I like cookies, pizza, and pie. Cookies, pizza, and pie is a list of things that I like, so they must be separated with commas. In the sentence, he hit the ball, dropped the bat, and ran to first base, he did three different things. Those are three verbs: hit, dropped, ran. So that means that they must be separated by commas because it is a list of three items. Make sure that you don't forget the final comma in a list. This is called a serial comma or an Oxford comma, and it is needed in academic writing because otherwise it can create some confusion at times. Another thing that commas can do is separate two independent clauses, but only with the help of a coordinating conjunction or a boy fans word. So in the sentence, I don't want to go home, comma, but it's already past my curfew, the comma and the word but are what make it possible for these two complete thoughts, this one and this one, to be in one sentence correctly. Also, this one's a little bit more obscure, but if you are writing to someone, or if you are including someone's name for some reason in something that you're writing, it does need to be set off with a comma. So if in your writing you're asking Sue to bring you a cake, you need a comma after Sue's name. Also, if you're telling Steve that you like pizza, in an address, you would use a comma before his name. The most common error with commas is separating two complete thoughts with only a comma, and that creates a type of run-on sentence called a comma splice. In this sentence, I went to bed early last night, comma, I didn't sleep well. Both of these clauses could stand alone as a sentence. So in order to fix this, you either need to change the comma to a period and create two sentences, I went to bed early last night, I didn't sleep well, or you could keep the comma but add coordinating conjunction but. This is part of the rule that we learned last week, separating two things of equal weight in a sentence, but you need both of them in order to do that, the comma and the but. Also, between city and state, you must have a comma. For example, we visited Four Seasons, Missouri last summer. You must have the comma there to separate the name of the city from the name of the state. Another way that we use commas is for parenthetical elements. And basically that just means parts of a sentence that you don't really need. So for example, Calhoun's ambition to become a goalie in professional soccer is within his reach. This is parenthetical because you wouldn't need it for it to be a complete sentence. If we take it out, Calhoun's ambition is within his reach is still a complete sentence, and it still means the same thing. But to become a goalie in professional soccer just gives us some more information. So it is considered parenthetical. Similarly, essential versus non-essential elements. If something is essential or you must have it in a sentence in order for the sentence to mean what you want it to mean, you don't need commas. So for example, my son Connor likes to fish. We have to have Connor's name there because my other son doesn't like to fish that much. This sentence would still be complete and correct, but it doesn't give enough information because we don't know which son likes to fish. Conversely, if we took Brian out of this sentence, it's going to mean exactly the same thing. My husband would be a good engineer. I only have one husband. His name is Brian. So I don't really need his name in there for the sentence to mean what I want it to mean. So it's non-essential. It's extra. If you have any more questions about commas, this is a website that you can visit. It's got a lot of information about commas, or as always, I am certainly happy to answer any questions that you have. Make sure you took great notes and be ready for your Rule of the Week quiz this week. Have a great day.